I'd like to take this time to invite Mr. Sergio Marchionne up to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, and good afternoon to all of you. I am delighted to be back here in Windsor and to join you today in the celebration of the production launch of the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. I'm not sure if any of you here were around in 1983 when the Windsor assembly plant gave birth to the world's first minivan ever, the exact same one that is on display across the aisle. But that vehicle represented an entirely new concept, and it was a historic game changer when it comes to family transportation. Since that day, FCA has built 14.3 million minivans, with a record 10 million of those rolling off the lines here in Windsor. You have undoubtedly earned the right to be proud of the leading role that you've played in making us the undisputed leader in minivans, which is a tradition that we intend to fully maintain with a new Pacifica that we're launching today. Incidentally, 7 out of every 10 minivans sold in Canada last year, which is an incredible number. 7 out of every 10 minivans sold in Canada came from this plant. And I can tell you that without that, we would have not been able to be the #1 automaker in this country in 2015. So up to now, at least until the end of April, we're still the Canadian sales leader. And with your help, we intend to keep it for the remainder of 2016 and hopefully forever. We have a great confidence that the new Pacifica is going to once again set the standard in a segment that we have led now for nearly 3 decades. It is a reflection of all things that we've learned over the course of 33 years in making this car. It's a forthright expression of our technical know-how with advancements such as the segment's first electrified hybrid model. In addition, the thoughtful interior design, as Michael mentioned, has already been honored with a spot on the award's list of top 10 interiors. But at the end of the day, it is the work that all of you do on the line and in your stations that will determine whether this new product satisfies customers and extends our success. This plant is not only a crucial part of FCA's commercial and industrial plans, it is also a vital part of the city. We are the only automaker that is left operating an assembly plant in this town, right here in the heart of Windsor, which is why the plant has often been referred to as having the pulse of the city. And I promise you that we'll do our best to keep this pulse continuing to beat strong. But all of you who work here are really the heart and soul of our Windsor operations. What you do here is important to your community, to your neighbors, to their families, and this minivan means a great deal to FCA. It is, of course, an important contributor to building our customer base, but it's also an enduring symbol how we can beat bigger competitors when we can out-innovate them by working together at every level, recognizing that we have a vital stake in each other's success. I want to express my deep appreciation for the way in which all of you have embraced world-class manufacturing, which is deep down a way of just committing to the elimination of waste. And as Michael said, it depends on the hearts, on the heads and the hands of the people that work here in our shops. I want to thank Unifor for their support during the implementation of WCM and the preparation for the launch of the Pacifica, and I look forward to working with Jerry and his team to craft a new agreement this year that will allow for a long-term mutually beneficial success. Windsor Assembly has established a high benchmark for all of our North American operations by becoming the first plant in the region to achieve silver status. And I want to congratulate you for earning this result. It is a huge recognition of the work that you've done in the past and for all the progress that you've made. It speaks to the very spirit that lives here, to the culture and to the respect and continuous improvement that you have nourished every day. But above all, it is a testament to the kind of people you are. People who want to get involved, people who want to take responsibility and leave their mark, people who make things happen, ultimately people who care about the future. I know that you set your sights even higher, and I believe this is truly your chance to show the world what you're truly capable of. The Pacifica will not just redefine the minivan market, it's going to redefine the role and the future of this plant also. I'd like to consider today's event as a celebration of Pacifica production as well as day one of a new ambitious vision for this assembly plant. Today is the right moment to ask ourselves what next, what we want this plant to become 2 years from now. My vision is clear, and it's based on what you've already demonstrated so far. Your dedication, your passion, and your openness to new ideas in order to put out the highest quality product possible. What you went through and what you were able to do to prepare to build this new minivan, especially to quickly reestablish the high-quality production levels after a 3-month shutdown, is another example of the spirit that I'm talking about. And I believe that this positive attitude will enable you to achieve 2 additional significant goals that will keep the benchmark that you already set very high. The first target is for Windsor to achieve gold status in 2017 and to be recognized as one of the best manufacturing facilities in the world. But secondly, and equally important, is our vision for this facility's quality ranking to score in the top 25% according to J.D. Power. If you're able to achieve these goals, and I trust and I firmly believe that you will simply prove to the world what you're made of and that you will go a long way towards controlling your own destiny and the ultimate destiny of this plant. In closing, I want to share with you a few observations about family ties. Michael introduced me to his father and to his father-in-law, some of whom have worked here before he showed up. So the importance of family is part of the very fabric of this plant. In addition to building the ultimate family-friendly vehicle, you've also adopted a family of one as your plant model. And I was very impressed by some of your children's artwork that demonstrates they have been tapping into their creative talent and their vivid imaginations to depict what the minivan really means to them. I regard all this as family. The bond that links us is not one of blood, it is a bond that has been created by mutual respect, by joy in each other's well-being, and by a shared desire to leave a positive legacy for those who come after us. At the center of WCM is a fundamental recognition of who you are and the importance of what you do. You play an indispensable part in shaping the destiny of this house and of this community, because you don't just make cars, you make a difference. The Pacifica needs to be a vehicle that we can all be proud of, and I have every confidence in all of you, the men and women of Windsor Assembly, to continue the tradition of excellence that you've already established. I've seen what you can do, and it reinforces my faith in our collective future. I want to thank you for what you do, but especially I want to thank you for who you are. Thank you very, very much.